Welcome everybody, my name is Ryan and we are playing Vintage Story again. This is episode 34 of my second season and we're jumping right back into the swing of things. I've been working very hard here. We're standing in our blacksmithing operation. The windmill is up there. Of course, it's turning away, but yeah, between recordings, I've spent several in-game days just pumping out the iron ingots, the iron plates, and oh, what are these beautiful things right here? We've even got some bismuth plates. Yeah, big shout out to Toad Squish Gaming for mentioning that this stuff, the bismuth, actually will melt just using peat. So that's really helpful. I can save my copper and we can make tin bronze or even, some black bronze eventually if we need it. But the bismuth I'm going to be using to whip up just a whole bunch of lanterns. So that's going to be really helpful. But other than that, of course, we've got some fun stuff on the horizon for today's episode. The big thing is I want to get started working on the beehive kiln. This is something which is newly introduced in the 1.20 update, and I've not done it, obviously. So this will allow us to not only produce large quantities of pottery, but color the stuff too, which is really cool. So we won't read through all this just yet. We've got to get a few things put together. Obviously, we're going to need some special materials for this, and I've got some serious blacksmithing to do, some iron hatch doors, but maybe we can at least get started on that. Of course, if anybody's got tips or tricks on how to just really get going with that stuff, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, you can see I've really been pumping out a lot of pottery here, working on various different things, trying to whip up more raw crocks for obvious food storage. The bowls, we're going to be converting these into more oil lamps for the most part. Yeah, I've pretty much got all the bowls I need for food consumption. But I've really what I've been doing is while I've been up in the windmill waiting for the health hammers, I would just whip out, another set of bowls or whatever. So keeping the pottery going pretty steadily here. Oops. And we're going to head up to the windmill after we get these going real quick. And there we go. All right, we've got 3 lit kilns. And like I say, I really want to upgrade from these pit kilns. They're just so primitive. But yeah, I've gotten a whole bunch of peat. I went and raided a couple of peat bogs, so there's a couple stacks in the house too. But let's run upstairs because I've got to switch out some of our cairns. We got 2 functional cairns now, and we're going to take a look at them. One of them is working much faster than the other one, but oh boy, get ready. Plug your ears, everybody. It's going to be loud. Actually, I'll just hit the clutch so we can get rid of those. Oh, good. So you can see, if you missed the previous live streams, you'll notice a bit of a change here to the operation. Yeah. So with the help of some chatters, I was able to figure out the clutch and the transmission here so we can stop these noisy boys. And we could even expand them too if we really want. But and over here, we've got our functional cairn. Now this is the one that really spins quite nicely. So I'm going to put our quartz in there. Wait, is this not the right quartz? Requires pulverizer. Oh, so we can't even crush this with our cairn. Now, what about bauxite? No, that requires pulverizer tier 2. Okay, so it looks like before we can do anything with the refractory bits, the pulverizer is going to be necessary. So, well, there we go. We're figuring it out. But regardless, I might be able to throw some halite in this one. Now, the other cairn is down here now. So, boom. And this one goes remarkably slow, considering it's hooked up to the main axle, but I don't know, for whatever reason, that's just how it goes. So it's all right. We've got having 2 of them, even if one is drastically slower than the other, is really helping just whip out production. Look at this. I've only got 18 iron blooms left, but good news is that's going to be plenty because we've got a stack downstairs. So yeah, we're not going to be doing too much up here. I just wanted to show it off to you guys. And obviously, we're going to have to go get some more pine resin. I've completely run out. That stuff is literally gold. So if you're new to the game, you haven't gotten up to the windmill, if you're just starting to think about it, make sure you're collecting every piece of pine resin you see and never throw it away. Always make room for it in your inventory. Yeah, keep it. It's very precious stuff. So, yeah, let me drop off some of our bricks and stuff. And we've got another surprise to do today. So I want to actually start some of the story content. I don't know if we'll get out there and start raiding dungeons or whatever just yet, but I've got a 10 bronze pickaxe whipped up. We actually do know the location of a treasure hunter. I believe if we take our translocator, which takes us all the way up north here to this island, yes, we'll have to do a little traveling, but it's not actually that far. So we're going to go visit this person today. And like I say, get that first story portion initiated. Well, we find ourselves down in the cellar right now. I was just going to whip up some more oil lamps, like I said, but you can see I've been excavating a bit down here in my spare time, just while the windmill was dead or whatever, and I couldn't produce iron. So I came down here because I really want to expand this out. In fact, I'm going to lower the floors so we'll get a much more open feel too. In fact, I was thinking about doing some chiseling down here at some point. Once it's complete, we might go like full stone and have like what look like false supports and stuff. I don't know, my imagination's running away with me, but let's whip up a couple of lamps real quick. Like I said, these are going to be placed out and about in our little compound area. So we have a little bit of light during the evenings, but oh, what is this? Yes, I've been very dutifully milking my sheep and goats whenever they would let me, because they're not fully tamed, so it's a touchy situation, but we've got one full barrel with 50 liters of milk, and another one that's, well, it's not quite full yet, obviously. So, again, thanks to the chatters out there doing my live streams, I now know how to make cheese, or at least get the process started. So we're going to do that right now together. And if you're unfamiliar, you're going to need to have access to halite and then grind it into salt, pickle up some vegetables, and once you've got those, your milk in the barrel, we can then take 2, so it's going to be 2 for a full 50, and it says we'll turn into 50 liters of curdled milk after 3 days. So let's seal her up. And that's where my knowledge of making cheese ends. So once this is unsealed in a couple days, we're going to have to kind of feel it out together, try and figure some stuff out. I'm sure the guide will have a lot of good info, so we'll go through that. But like I said, we've got a few days to wait, so let's go place some lanterns. How about that? Okay, well, before we place the lamps, I forgot I had some bismuth over here cooking away. I think, yeah, it's actually molten, so yeah, that tip using the peat on just bismuth, not only is it quite beautiful metal, you know, this is going to save our charcoal, which we're going to need every bit of charcoal as we move forward with our steel and eventually, you know, the beehive kiln. Alright, so this is all the bismuth I found from that strike that was basically located right on top of some copper. But you can see we've still got tons of copper. I am now almost completely out of bismuth. Let's, oh yeah, let's stack the, I want to put this stuff in here. And let's stack these. Getting a nice little collection. 44 ingots, we got 11 plates, so we can also start thinking about upgrading our armor to not only that, but repairing the chainmail and, you know, hopefully bumping it up a tier 2. Oh, yes. And, oh, speaking of armor, I actually have this meteoric, yeah, and you guys gave me some great suggestions. I asked about what you thought I should use this for, and I think the consensus was meteoric iron armor, so we'll probably do that for sure. For sure, someone suggested a lantern, which is interesting, but yeah, I think armor was the one that was the most popular choice. Now, I might be wrong, but I think we're going to need more of it. So before we can actually start whipping it up, I'll have to scour the lands looking for a bit more. So we will definitely make that a project, though. Meteoric iron armor sounds amazing to me, and I can't wait to see what it looks like. Something sent from the heavens, no doubt. So, okay, that's cooling down. And we got a little peat to put away. Drop that. Whoops. Bit of silver here. I'm collecting silver just whenever I can. And you know what? Let's go ahead and pour an ingot. You know, we'll wait till we have 2, because then we can make a full plate. Not much point in pouring out one single ingot of silver, because we'll need 2 for a plate. So, alright, the kilns are going. The windmill's on hold. Let's place a couple lamps. One here. I'm going to be very generous with these, because fat is not really an issue. Now that I've got bees and stuff, we can always use that for sealing up kilns. Let's put a couple here. Yeah, right there. Good. Down here. Oh, we got a little bird. Speaking of, what is that? Oh, just got a lag. The bird lagged me out. Oh, it's a little baby. And not worried about it. We do actually have some birds. Oh, that was the last one? Okay. Well, we'll get more later. Let's go pay a visit to the animals. And here we are with our sheep. There they are. So she might be milkable. Let's give it a try. Yep. Oh, yeah, we got it. Okay, we got a full 10 liters. Almost drank one, but that's good. She didn't become aggressive. We got two. We got a lamb and an ewe. I think the lamb is just too young to determine gender, right? I'm not sure, but... Well, we're well on our way there. Generation 3. Over here, the pigs gave birth. The piglets then eventually grew up, and I came in here and culled them. In fact, a lot of that meat is now being salted down in our basement, preserving meat as well as pickling veg. But I don't know, we got about a half dozen females now. Let's feed them. Of course, our big boar in the middle, he gets fed too, but they're all docile now. And I think, yeah, we're on generation 3 for these two. Okay, yeah. So several days before they're ready to mate, but that just means we need to be in here feeding them basically on a daily. Yeah. That's exciting. Man, I tell you, those pigs, when they're well fed, they produce a ton of red meat. It's really great. All right, let's see. I think this one actually just grew up, so she's not... Yeah, she's not even lactating. She's basically still juvenile. She's not even ready to mate yet. But we'll give them some delicious hay. And, oh, let's see. What was she? Is she generation 3? No, she's gen 2. So her offspring will be gen 3. But it's kind of the status of our animals. Oh, well, not quite. Not quite. I was actually able to... Oh, we got one laying eggs outside. I was able to get a couple of capercaillies and a pheasant female. So, no males in here. But the good news is these ladies are still producing eggs like crazy. All right, get back. Yeah, so we can... Even, obviously, they're not fertilized, but we can still use them in our recipes, which is kind of the whole reason we wanted chickens or poultry anyway. It was just for the eggs to cook with. So I'm honestly not even concerned with domestication at the moment. I think down the road, I might like to get some domesticated chickens, but like I say, right now, I just don't see much point in putting the extra effort into it. All right, whoops. Let's grab one more of these. And one thing we're going to do, we're going to set sail, quote unquote, in our translocator, head up to that other island, talk to the trader, but first let's go dump the milk and a few things we're going to want to take with us. Not only are we going to initiate this story mode, or the story part of the game, hopefully we'll do some trading with them. All right, let's pour this. Very carefully. Nice. So I'm actually 1 liter shy of a full thing. A little bit annoying, but I accidentally drank a liter while I was harvesting at one point. So it's screwed up my whole ratio since then. But all right, like I said, oops, we got some eggs to drop. And then let's grab our precious gems and jump into the translocator. There it is, the site of our first translocator discovery, literally just in the backyard over here. And unfortunately, it's the only one that I've repaired up to this point, but let's jump on this thing. Oh, it only takes a moment too. I'm impressed how there's no loading screen or anything. We're literally here. I'm just in a dark room. Oops, let's get off of it. So, yeah. In the future, we're going to dig straight up. I've had several people comment about how if we use ladders as we go, then I don't have to worry about cave-ins. So I think the staircase method that you see me use, which is really not advisable, it's kind of held over from my Minecraft days. I used to do long staircases instead of a straight down hole, just because I like to build up kind of a nice runway, get your speed going. But in Minecraft too, you can always like set up a single block of water and just fall right into that. So either way, not to worry. So here we are on a different island, and that's our destination. Now, where I can't even tell which direction I'm facing. Okay. Yeah, I've scoured the island here pretty well. We've found a couple of fruit trees here, which we've collected. Tons of different berry bushes. Now, I'm not saying it's totally explored, but I think it's going to be a pretty boring little run. So how about we just flash forward to the trader, and we'll see if he wants any of the gems I've brought. Hey, look at that. We got an exposed beehive right there. That's interesting. I'm not even going to bother marking it, to tell you the truth. But, you know, there was a time in my vintage story past when it was still a debate whether or not beehives could actually spawn in pine trees. But they definitely do. In fact, I now know that they don't even have to spawn in a tree. They can literally spawn in the bushes. But not to worry. We're still just a little bit north of the trader. Just thought, hey, you don't always see the beehive, you hear them, but yeah, oftentimes you don't see them. All right, I'm not going to worry about hunting. Probably just end up losing a bunch of my arrows. Yeah, we've got no shortage of food back on the farm. All right, boy, oh boy, it sure does get dark here pretty quick, doesn't it? Not to worry. Got ourselves a trader in sight. It's nice and lit up over here. He's got lanterns everywhere. Hello, is it a woman? Shift. I don't know, from a distance it almost looked female. Now, something people have told me, number one, we can use the bed. If he has a bed, yeah, I can sleep here. Let's close up shop. And I can also use the storage. So, for instance, if he's not buying... Oh, let's bring this over here. Yeah, if he's not actually buying what we brought, which he's definitely not. Damn, I wish I'd known about the candles. Could have brought some of those. Yeah, but what I think I'll probably do... I have to double check, because I'm actually not sure if the treasure hunter trader will buy this. Maybe it's a different trader type, but I'm going to look that up. But if it is something he'll eventually buy, because obviously their inventories change. They rotate over time, but we can just store it right here, and he won't bother it. So we'll, like I said, I'll look that up. First of all, let's see here. Oh, you know what I forgot? I should have brought the gears so we could actually maybe buy something, but that's okay. We're here for a reason, so let's talk to him. His name is Shift. Okay, why gears? Well, they're limited, they're durable, frankly useless to us, perfect for currency. Wish they weren't so damned heavy. Truth is, these gears mean something special to most folks. We have no idea why they're out here, but you can find them in old places of the world or deep under the surface if you dare. They're the seeds of the past. They're a promise of the future. And like as not, many of us can feel God's grace upon them. They're a part of something greater, as are we all. These are holy symbols to us. We can make better trade than what is sacred. All right, let's see. What, you can't reproduce them? Afraid not. You could always pour some ore in a mold and then leave it in the rain for a while. You'd have yourself a rusty gear for sure, but there's a precision and uniformity to these that's remarkable. They're tough as hell too. We're not sure what alloy were used to make them. Some folks believe they weren't made by human hands at all, but rather something greater. Okay, surely we can find something better to use. Okay, we've seen that. No, I think this is, yeah, previous dialogue, tree, horrible creatures. Yeah, we're just learning about the rust and the drifters. Let's ask him this. Know of any interesting places? Got something big for you. Too dangerous for me, but you might be able to handle it. I can't give away a haul like this for free, though. Bring me a 10 bronze pickaxe, check, and I'll tell you where to find it. Trust me, it's worth your while. All right, and I've got the 10 bronze pickaxe you asked for. Oh, I'm a mind reader. Let's see, appreciate that. Now listen up. I found a couple weeks back a massive cavern with a huge figure looming within it. Scared me senseless, so I got out of there real quick. But I could tell you it's got It's gotta full of treasure. Missing a word here. It's gotta be full of treasure, full of trouble too, no doubt. I'll mark it on your map. If you're going, make sure you're prepared. It's no easy task to get through the tunnels. Okay. So I think that's it. I already gave you the map. Okay. I can see it sticking in your belt. So, okay, interesting. So obviously we can only pick up one location at a time, or I assume. So wait, let's use it. Okay. Approximate location of the residence archives added to your world map. Huh. So is that the order we should go in then? We should just visit the residence first? I don't know. That's something I'm going to have to look up too. Just notice these leather blocks like this. I don't even know how you make these. I'm gonna have to look up the leather blocks, but either way, hold on. I want to talk to him a little bit more. Let's see, lackey saddle blankets. I'm actually kind of interested in grabbing cracked vessels for seeds. I'm hoping, I don't know if it's truly possible, but we might be able to get pumpkin seeds out of this. I don't know. I know that pumpkin seeds are only available from cracked vessels. Usually you find them in the ruins, though. But, well, it might not be a terrible idea to run home. I've got linen sacks just sitting in my inventory. Yeah. I'm going to grab some of this stuff and try and come back here. We're going to get some gears from this guy and maybe even buy a painting or two. So, yeah. It's too dark. We'll sleep here. All right, guys. I'll see you back on the main island, and hopefully we'll have a loaded up inventory. Oh, boy. Well, if the trader wants rye bread, we'll cook up some rye bread. I'm also cooking up some candles, quote unquote. I whipped out my residue covered pot. This is something I recently discovered is in the game, but when you cook like glue or candles in a cooking pot, it essentially ruins it for food. So it's a cool little mechanic though. So I have a couple extra cooking pots, not to worry. So this one's just dedicated to candles. Oh, good. And we're done. Okay. Let's just do 2 more. Well, I squeeze some more honey out. Yeah, because that guy wanted candles, bread. Let's get the bread cooking. 4. Not going to go overboard because I think they do have limited amounts of gears. But again, like something like the candles, if we buy out his gear supply, we'll just store them there and, use them again next time he restocks. Also, I did look it up, and those jewels and stuff, that's not for treasure hunter traders. I was mistaken. So I brought those back home, and let's see. Yeah, the wiki's got a really nice little breakdown of everything they buy and sell. So there's no guesswork if you want to be certain of it. Okay, so we can do 2 more essentially. I got plenty of beeswax, and I think we're going to be okay. I don't think, unless we get really unlucky, he won't change like what he's buying right away in one day, unless this is like the cutoff day or whatever. But, well, maybe I'm overthinking it. We'll just whip up what we've got. Yep, a bit more honey here. Let's do this. And I think there was, oh yeah, the backs. I grabbed the linen backs too, so we're going to bring those. Boom, we're here. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you what, we got really lucky with this guy. He's technically really far away, but with the translocator, it's just a short little hike. Oh, we got a portal there. It's morning time, so we don't have to worry. Hello again. All right, let's trade. Yeah, okay, good. He's still got the same stuff. All right, so how do we do this? I forgot. Yeah, okay. Can I put all these up at once? Yeah. Definitely want to get rid of those first. What? Maybe not. Maybe it's got to be one. What? Oh, he doesn't want anymore. I see the X there. Okay, so those we'll put away in his little chest. So he'll eventually buy those again. Okay, now let's do... Oh no. Spelt bread. Wait. Oh, it's flax bread. I made rye. Dang it, I should have looked. Actually, I think that is something he'll eventually buy. Okay. That's the real moneymaker. Okay, oops. Yeah, and we'll put those away too. Good, good, good. So I got 5 gears. Yeah, you know. It's alright. Bismuth bronze shovel for 6 gears. I could whip him up several of those. Well, actually, we just ran out of bismuth, didn't we? Never mind. Yeah, no, there's definitely, like, the flax bread. Oh, crap, I can make tons of that. So, yeah, we'll come back to this guy for sure. I'm not going to leave the bread here, because I feel like it's only good for 6 days. Yeah, I don't think that's good. And, of course, I didn't bring my other supply of gears with me, so we're not going to be purchasing anything this time around, but that's okay. We'll save them up. Now, one thing we didn't do is look for where the resonance archives are, and yet we've got the map. So if you have trouble finding the little marker, it's this red cross here, the little slash. Looks like a couple swords crisscrossing, but I recommend zoom in on a place real close and just look around the edges, because you'll eventually see it. But all right, let's see. Zoom all the way out. There's home. Oh, wow. That's not far at all. Not from our original home, not at all. It's closer than this location is to our base. Wow. Okay, well, now he told me the location of the Resonance Archives first, so I assume that's the first place we should be going to in terms of our story progression. But yeah, again, like I said, I might want to just try and look at the wiki without too many spoilers to figure out, you know, that's the right place. But, well, that's where he's directed us for our first excursion. So, unless somebody's got some corrections down in the comment section, it's probably where we'll plan on heading, but not going to be able to make it there today. We'll have to do a little bit of preparation. Also, I don't know, do you think winter travel is the best? Honestly, winter might be the best time for something like that, because then I don't have to worry about, you know, the crops that I'm not harvesting or the animals I'm not feeding back home. But regardless, it is a big part of progression, so we're going to have to make time for the Resonance Archives at some point. Well, for some reason, I just assumed the pulverizer was going to require some resin to build, you know, one of its parts. There's several parts for it, but doesn't look like it. I guess I assume that because all the other stuff does, but I am still over here on the island, just sailed over kind of late in the day, so it's getting a little dark, but decided, you know what, I still need some resin. If we want to make up some angled gears or something else to help assist installation of this pulverizer, yeah, I'll have to make a quick trip. But luckily, I've already seen one tree that we had previously marked, so I know it's all regrown, or re-extruded. But we're gonna probably skip this part. You don't need to watch me collect a bunch of resin. But the good news is there are several trees, as you can see on the mini-map, that are marked for it. So let me grab about a liter of this, and we'll head back home. And like I said, I'm really determined to build this pulverizer today. So let's get to it. And we are back home after a little voyage. I did pick up some resin, not quite a liter, but we're going to take that up to the windmill, knock out some bismuth plates, and like I said, try and put together this pulverizer. But first, I want to show you guys a little bit of a tip here. This is really interesting. First of all, big shout out, and all credit goes to the community, the folks who have, you know, given me all these tips now over the months I've been playing Vintage Story, but this one's quite impressive. And unfortunately, it's nighttime, but you can just barely see that there are actually glass cubes in here. Now, how did I get this effect where it doesn't have the border? Very simple and easy process. Make sure you've got a chisel and your hammer in the offhand. We're just going to act like we're initiating the chiseling process on this block. I'm not going to have to take out any pixels. I just simply approach it and right click. And it has become aerogel. It's still there. You don't have to chisel it any more than that. You know, we can place several of these. It's very hard to see it. And if you have just a single piece in your inventory, it's nearly impossible to see it, but it does show up there. Chiseled block of glass. This is really, really cool stuff. And I think that greenhouse we've discussed, I'm going to make it all out of this chiseled glass here. I'm not going to do like a whole stack of it because we can do it once we've placed it. And I think for building purposes, it might be better to actually have the frame on there so you can kind of see what you're working with, because this stuff becomes really tricky with its near invisible qualities. But man, oh man, I tell you, Vintage Story, there are tricks around every corner in this game. I love it though. But all right, so yeah, love to see what you guys can come up with your buildings and creations with this near completely clear glass. But I'm also assuming it would work with like tinted glass too. So if you want to stain the glass first and then do it, well, we'll see if that works, because I'm definitely going to try it once we get some dye going. But let me put these crazy glass blocks away, and like I said, we'll head upstairs. All right, we are down here in the basement of our windmill, so to speak, and I'm starting to wonder now. Chatter mentioned that I should add another wheel, and at the time I didn't really understand why, but now I'm thinking if I did put the wheel down here and then broke off, with its own little angled gear, that would increase the speed of this, wouldn't it? So that's probably the ideal setup for this underground. Don't have the main axle connect to it, but use a big wheel. So I'll have to try that, experiment with it, because obviously this one's connected to the big wheel here, and it's just spinning like crazy. But yeah, I mean, this is all very much, new to me. A lot of practice and trial and error goes into it. But, oh, we've got some bars over here flashing away. So let's switch this on. Oh, get ready, everybody. Oh, boy. All right, so we're going to whip up a couple of plates while we work on the pulverizer. But we'll come over here so the sound isn't as bad. Now, I accidentally whipped up the pulverizer pounder, which is one of the 3 or 4 different pieces we'll need to complete this. So this is done. And let's see, pulverizer. So that's the frame. Oh, a granite block. You know what? I'm going to have to go get one. I have sandstone. I wonder if that will work. Although, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Sandstone might not be hard enough. Let me go grab a block. All right, and we are back. I've retrieved a granite stone. Had to go dig it right out of the mountainside, but not a big deal. And we are finished with the bismuth plates. We're going to make some lanterns probably in a moment or two, but I've also got some more blooms over there working, heating up, I should say. So I figured might as well have those things going. I did turn down the sound effects too a little bit while we're up here. Hopefully it's a little bit more tolerable. All right, so let's get back to it with our pulverizer. It's always exciting whipping together something like this. A lot of room for mistakes here, though. Oh, I do have boards. Can we get into the chest from here? Let's move closer, grab a stack of boards. Might as well just take the fat just in case. I'm going to take these candles because we'll bring those downstairs. All right, I've got the saw and everything. All right. Should be ready. Let's get the recipe all set up. Okay, and we drop the saw. Very nice. Very easy. Okay, and the toggle. Now it says, oh, it says I actually need 2 pounders. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we get to make another one of those. And like that. There. Got another chisel downstairs in case this one breaks. Not a big deal. All right, let's see. Pulverizer. And the toggle. One of the parts, okay. Yeah, I've got the axle here. Let's clear it out real quick, get that reset. And one pulverizer toggle. There we go. So, place down to construct the pulverizer frame. Needs plenty of vertical space. We got that. Add a toggle and 2 pounders and pounder caps. So this is something I'm going to have to obviously blacksmith up. I don't think that's a mold, pourable mold. I doubt it, but we'll see. These are going okay over here. Not to worry. All right, let's at least just lay it down. See if we can, what it looks like and stuff. Oh boy, I got full inventory here, don't I? Hold on, I kind of want to use this fat. I've had it up here for a while. All right, so we've got some bowls now to distribute. Grab that, put those away. All right, and put my tools back in here. Hammer stays with us. All right, so just way too much stuff, huh? Let's get some. Let's put the frame in here. Dang, this thing's massive. Okay. I just got to figure out like how this even works, where to put it, which direction to face it. I mean, where does this go? Oh, okay. That just right clicks right in there. I love it. There's 1 and 2. Oh, okay. I see. So once it's hooked up, what do we just insert? How would I put something down there? I wonder. Well, we're not there yet. There's the axle piece for it. Okay. So yeah, I could do it over here. I was thinking about actually pushing this wall back. I was going to make room for this, but I think the pulverizer might be the one. Of course, I could take this down, but... Or wait, no. We can just put it over here next to the helve hammers. Yeah. Let me do that real quick. All right, so I've stopped production of the iron bars for just a moment here while we look at this. Now, it is not working, but it does. Actually, let's just go ahead and turn it back on. Yeah, it's a little bit uninspiring. I just like, it doesn't seem like it's going to pulverize too much there. It looks like it's just doing a little game of patty cakes or something. But once we put those caps on there, I'm sure it'll be okay. And I've brought the quartz up here and the bauxite, but obviously we need those caps. So let's head on down to the blacksmith. Turn that off. Let's just make sure I've got everything. Yeah, we're good to go. Where's the blooms? I've only got 16 blooms left to process, so we should definitely make another trip back to the iron mines at some point. But it's not a huge priority. You can see I've got 44 of the ingots already, so let's see. I just don't know how much we'll need once we actually get up to steel and stuff. It's pretty cold. Maybe we can warm up over here by our pit kilns. I don't know. We're going to warm up by the forge for sure, so let's grab a few of these. Ended up with an odd number just due to the amount of bismuth I had, which is a little bit frustrating, but we'll stack this one right there. Because, wait, no, we only need 1 plate for a lantern, don't we? I'm getting confused here. Yeah, I'm thinking 2 ingots for a plate, but yeah, okay. So let's place this. Oops, oh, it's too hot. Get those out of the inventory. Probably going to have to whip up a few more candles. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, look at that beefy little box. Just iron ingots. Love it. And these, of course, for our armor. Alright, let's place this. Now I need some of this clear. Yeah, we got the clear quartz. As I remember, I think I've almost got this recipe memorized. Oh, 1 candle short. Yeah, look at that. Oh, those are so pretty. Yeah, we'll keep that on there. I'm going to go whip up some candles, I think, just for this purpose. So, yeah, we'll finish that off. But look at these. I want to look at this. Oh, wicked. Oh, yeah, that is the coolest looking lantern yet, for sure. Oh, definitely. All right, so this place just got a whole lot brighter and a whole lot cooler looking. Put one there and there, and it needs it over here. So, yeah, that's probably good. Got 2 more. Let's get rid of this. Whew, we can start to think about where we want to place our lanterns and stuff. Now, I haven't inserted any silver plates in these. I think this one has. Yeah, this one actually does have a silver plate. So I'll keep that for my personal lantern, but we'll replace it. And I think I'll just put 2 in here. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is actually a broken lantern. It's essentially just for decoration. I'll leave it up. I was going to move it, but nah, it's fine there. Whew, okay. Big time stuff. So now all we've got to do is whip out those pounder caps, and I think it's worth doing. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to build a pulverizer and just let it sit there without caps on it, so let's do some blacksmithing. All right, and let's see, where is this little thing at? Brass, hammerhead. There it is. Tin bronze pounder cap. Got 2 of the tin bronze ingots here, ready to go. I knew we'd need them eventually. All right. It's like a fairly simple recipe. Let's pop these 2 forward. Oops, that's not right. There we go. One more. And over this way, flip it again. It's almost like a hammerhead recipe, feels like. I thought this one might be complicated. Okay, is it almost done? Wow, that was super easy. Okay, let me finish up this last one. All right, and boom, there it is, the second. Let's go ahead and cool these off because we're going to want to, put them on there immediately, I think. Drop that. All right, we're looking good. Those are cooled off. Getting a little bit hungry, but that's okay. Hunger is secondary. Man, look at how cool these look. Gosh, it actually kind of sticks out against that stripped birch. But now that I'm seeing these, man, oh man, you could design like a whole building's color scheme around these. Probably need to do some nice, colorful, like wattle and daub or something. But yeah, those bismuth, really cool looking. Okay. And here we go. The pounder. Look at it. I couldn't get it facing that way. Some reason, no matter which way I placed it, it was always like opposite, which is weird, but I don't know. Oh well. Hey, whoa. All right, let's turn it on. Get ready, everybody. Get your ears ready. Okay. Yeah, it is almost worth hooking it up somewhere else, just so I don't have to listen to these, or I could put like a break between them. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. This is what I want, though. Oh, it's working. God, so wait, where does it go? Oh, it spits it out the back end. Well, that's cool. I mean, we got to really stand here and feed these things, though, don't we? Probably need to set up some hoppers for this, no doubt about it. Wow. Now, can I feed it from the back, though? I don't think so. Or wait. Hold on. I can't see it in there. Yeah, that did place it. Okay. Huh. So I can just sit here and kind of hold it. Yeah, I'm going to have to work on figuring out chutes and how those things work. Man, those hammers. But that is amazing. So we've got crushed bauxite, quartz. Yeah. Gosh, I guess, what do you guys do? Do you normally set up 2 pulverizers, or do you just automate the process and leave it going for a while? Either way, where I'm going to have to at least get the first batch probably done like manually, very slowly, until I can get some refractory bricks going. But, I mean, that's a whole process itself. Let's look at this. So we've got to create the unfired, and then we can fire these in a pit kiln. And of course, this is what we'll use to create the beehive kilns so that we can finally get away from the pit kilns. But we're obviously going to need fire clay and crushed quartz. So I'm going to want to collect some more flint. In fact, I think I'm mostly out of fire clay because I've been just churning out regular bricks, for our iron and other glass and quartz. But yeah, so we're going to need to start collecting flint. Do that. It's not over, folks. We got a lot to work on still. Yeah, but there is one thing I wanted to check on here. So let's warp down to the cellar and take a look and see if that cheese is ready. Well, there's been some changes down here in the cellar. As you saw, it started on this, and obviously it's not finished yet. Ran out of granite again, so I've got to go digging through the mountains once more, but that's okay. Yeah, so we're going down to this level on the floor. I'm going to do something with this ceiling too. It's not going to be rammed earth, but that's just a placeholder. And I'm trying the walnut quarter logs up here. I found a few other walnut trees, plus we've grown some, so I've got some extra wood, but seeing how that looks as a border, it's hard to tell till it's complete. And we're going to do some other detailing. Oh, I've also got a nice little stack of spider webs upstairs somewhere. Believe it or not, the cobwebs, I think, do add a nice little touch down here in the cellar. But, so, couple of things to do. I went ahead and whipped up a fruit press. This is definitely something I want to get into at some point, but I think we'll hold off for now. I have very little fruit left. Yeah, just, basically 2 stacks of pears and a half stack of apples. So this is all the fruit we've got. I'm going to use a lot of that for cooking. But I do have an absolute ton of pickled vegetables. Yeah, we've got some have just finished pickling. This is our fresh veggies right there. So I'm trying to keep things nice and organized. I've added a few more storage vessels down here. Now let's see, I got things mixed up when I was moving it. I've got a vessel with just fat in it. Let's see. There's our eggs. Okay, the fat's right there. I'm also going to have to figure out something with this. I'm just sealing it off with dirt, between visits. But yeah, we're going to have to do, I don't know what I'll do. But either way, so the fruit press is good. And the piece de resistance, the reason we're here, curdled milk. Oh, so we're still a few steps away from cheese. Don't doubt that. Let's look this up. It's quite a lengthy process, but just as the guide itself says, it's rewarding. Of course, we'll be able to fill up this dairy bar, which I've had a couple of ticks in it for a time there after accidentally drinking some milk, but this cheese is really going to help with that. So, fill the barrel. We've done the step 1. That's where we're at now. Is step 2. Add salt to curdled milk and seal the barrel. In time, this will create cottage cheese. You can then start to eat it. Use a bowl to eat cottage cheese, or use a piece of linen to remove the cottage cheese from the barrel. Place the bundle on the ground and add a stick. Then twist the curd bundle until the whey is removed. Open the curd bundle and add more salt to the exposed cheese wheel. Then we've got a choice, because there's 2 different kinds of cheese as well, other than cottage cheese. There's the cheddar or the blue cheese, believe it or not. And blue cheese takes a special area. It needs to be in a cellar that has low light and 1 exposed block to the outside, at least 1. That way, I guess the molds can grow for the cheese, the blueness of the cheese. But cheddar's a bit simpler. We'll just, I think, be able to store the wheels down here and stuff. We're definitely going to do both. I'm just going to need to set up a special area for blue cheese eventually. But like I said, we're not quite at the cheese stage. We're going to make cottage cheese now. I did grab some salt. We've got plenty of halite. I've been very lucky in this world. I don't know how much to add because it didn't say. Oh, I think it was just 5. Very little amount. We'll turn 50 liters of cottage cheese. There we go, after 24 hours. Okay, well, it won't be too long. 24 hours, yeah, we can flash forward to the next step of this, I think. Let's do that. And bam, there we go. Cottage cheese is ready. Look at that, fresh for 60 days is cottage cheese. That's a lot of the dairy. I guess we could call it quits right now and just feast off of this for a little while, but no. In fact, I have been busy. Yeah, so we've got another bucket, or a barrel, I should say. I'm going to keep that in my inventory. Yeah, we've got the barrel here filling up. This one, of course, is being pickled, or curdled, I should say. Yeah, the milk here. So we're going to have a whole cheese production going. And I mean, our sheep and goats aren't even actually domesticated yet, so I can't wait. But, oh, yeah. I showed you the fruit press. Yeah, you saw that. We've got the lantern here temporarily. I know we don't want too high of a light level down here, but now it says we need salt. I've got the stick and a piece of linen. So let's go back and reread this again here. Okay, here we are. So use a piece of linen to remove the cottage cheese. Place the bundle, twist it, open the bundle, and then add the salt. Okay. How do I... No, that's not right. Let's see. Probably need to... Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have the thing. There it is, curd bundle. And... okay, it's happening. It's happening. We're squeezing it. There, okay, it's restarting itself. Now it says add 5 salt. Oh, okay. Wait, did I do it? Stored raw cheese salted. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so hold up. So after open storage ripens into cheddar cheese. Now I think it also, the guide said we could apply wax to it now and store it as raw cheese. Yeah. Let's pull that up again and double check here, because I don't think we'll do that. But I just want to see all our options. At this point, you can either place the raw salted cheese wheel on a shelf to cure, or craft in your grid with a piece of wax to turn it into waxed raw cheese, which will last longer. But I expect it won't turn into cheddar like that. It's just, I don't know. Place the salted wax wheel. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to place this just on a shelf over here, maybe. That looks, well, doesn't look like much of anything, does it? But it shows it in the tooltip. Raw cheese salted fresh for 115 days, 14 days left to ripen, 0%. Okay, so I wish I could just pick this back up, but I'll break it. And okay, it's 2 bundles. 2 bundles per barrel. Got it. So we're going to have 2 cheese wheels now until the next barrel gets finished. Okay, and we'll add the salt. Yep, just takes automatically as much as needed. We've done it. We have begun the final step in the cheese making process. And like I said, we'll definitely make blue cheese too at some point, but I'm going to establish a different cellar for that, probably outside in the backyard or something. This is still work in progress, but yeah, that one's going to be specifically for blue cheese. It's with the hole in the ceiling, it's not going to be much good for sealing and storing other stuff. But wow, I think we'll end today's stream, or I should say episode, on that note, guys. A high note, a cheesy note, that is. But thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're a new viewer. Of course, your comments are always welcome, and I will see you all on the next one. Thank you for watching the video, everybody. I just want to take a moment to recognize my Patreons. As you can see, I've put their names in gold because they are, in fact, more precious than that shiny metal. Now, I'd like to take a moment to invite you to also support the channel for as little as $2, $5, or $10. You gain access to all my content early and ad-free over on Patreon, as well as a private Discord server with me and my other Patreons where we do some giveaways and have great conversations. But once again, thank you, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.